We live? Caught me. Just pour my drink. Shout out to the good people of Remy Martin tonight. We will be drinking Remy XO. We will be drinking that responsibly, as always. Each and every Thursday, you know how we do. It's EmEz Live on YouTube. It's the sit down. We're just waiting for Justina Valentine to get in here. Prepare for this love fest we're about to have. She's a Jersey representative. She's doing her thing, wilding out. She's got an album, Infrared, out. She's got more music on the way. She's got different shows on MTV. Her TikTok is lit. This is my girl, Justina Valentine, will be here today to hang out with us. Black Paula, what up? Christy Diaz, what's up? We're waiting for her to get on here. Do I have to text Justina? She didn't forget about me, did she? She didn't forget about me. If you have any questions for Justina, make sure you post them. We're going to talk to her tonight. We'll see what she's talking about. You know what I mean? As we sip on our Remy. I've known Justina for quite some time. Before I got into radio and I was out here running and gunning. Before podcasting was a thing. There was like pirate radio stations. And we got on one in Jersey. And he was rocking. We were one of the better ones on the station. My guy Jay Wax was there. The picture I posted, good evening, Amy. The picture I posted was of me, Jay Wax, Justina, and EmEz. I say EmEz, and some of you looking at me like, huh? This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. That was him. So it was good times. Good times. We're gonna have a little walk down memory lane with Justina, and we're gonna check up or see what she's doing now, because she's got fire. Oh, this is definitely going to be a good one. Normally, they're about 15, 20 minutes. This might be half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on how much of a love fest we're going to do. And as I'm sipping on this, it might be a love fest. I'm just waiting for her to get in here. Hope everyone's having a good new year. I mean, January's almost over. Yeah, hope everyone's doing all right. Super Bowl next week. Should be good. Where's Justina Valentine? Today. So Justin Timberlake, Usher, y'all here for that versus? I mean, listen, I think Usher's got a catalog not too many can touch. I think Justin Timberlake is dope. I don't know if he's got enough singles to match with Usher. And you gonna add his NSYNC days? Just think Usher wins in a landslide person. Justina, where you at? Last week we had technical difficulties. Don't do this to me this week, y'all. We're just waiting for Justina. Usher all day. Yeah, I don't know if actually gonna smoke that boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It should be Usher and Chris Brown. Chris Brown would destroy Usher. I'm sorry. Chris Brown would give Usher the business. I'm just, saying how I feel. Somebody said to me at the studio, I'm not gonna say it was Usher and Mary J. Blige. That one might be crazy. MJB's got a catalog like none other, and I think she might be one that could match Usher's catalog. That might be one I want to see. I'm gonna call you after the line. Oh, I think she wasn't talking to me. Nah. What you mean, nah? Yeah, true. Chris Brown's got hits for days. Oh, you don't like Chris? You don't like the Mary J and Usher joint? Yeah, that would be a fire joint. Chris, I don't know what you talk about. Usher and Mary J. What are you talking about? When he hit you with "Remember when you were mine"? What? Forget it. Oh, there she goes.
What's up, bro? How are you? What's going on? Look how cute this is. The sit down. I love this.
Hold on. My sound as is it my sound? Is it your sound? What's going on?
Let's see. Let me get my picture good too.
Hello,
So
hello?
maybe my sound. Let me see.
That's better.
You. How's that?
That's good.
You can hear me now?
Beautiful,
Okay,
beautiful. There
There we go.
Hey,
I just turned the volume all the way up.
You look fabulous.
Oh, thank you, brother. You already know how to, get
Ladies
cute
and
real
gentlemen,
quick for the sit down.
Justina Valentine is in the building on the YouTube live. Justina, thank you for coming.
Of course, my brother. You already know. First of all, I'm loving this whole setup you got right now. The sit down. This looks bomb. That's fire.
It's not me, it's the team behind me. And you're only as good as your team. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Speaking of team shots, my brother Shot Bugs. It's his birthday today. That's my big brother. I started my career in his basement as a teenager. That's my man.
Jersey representative, shout to Shot Bugs, absolutely.
You know what? I didn't take my Invisalign out. That's all right. We're gonna be slurring a little bit. I'm getting the teeth together.
No, you're good.
So what's up, brother? How are you? How's everything? How you been?
I'm good. I was just letting everyone know how much of a love fest tonight was going to be. I was letting them know how much of I support and love you as a person. Before the rap, as a person, Justina is amazing to me. I think, like I was telling people, you don't get the credit you deserve, and I don't know why that is. Do you know why you don't get the credit you deserve?
Well, I think it's a few things. I think maybe I didn't look the way I look. I think people would acknowledge my rap, more than they do. It's a lot of things I've done rap wise that whether they fly under the radar or whether, certain publications don't pick them up. I mean, a great example is, when I went up to Sway, I did Sway in the morning. I did the 5 Fingers of Death. I was the first female to spit a real freestyle, completely off the top, completely off written, not a free verse, not a verse that I just had and I matched would be a complete freestyle off the top. While Wonder was changing the beats, changing the tempos. I was the first female to do that. And I just feel like if anybody else would have done that, that would have been
everywhere.
EmEz, forget about just females. There's like 5 guys that have ever done it. Yeah. And I don't mean and there's been some epic 5 Fingers of Death, but I don't mean just like a dope 5 Fingers of Death. I mean an actual freestyle. There's only been, very few people do it. And I just feel like, that didn't get, now the people that do appreciate it is the fans. People always come out to me like, yo, you're 5 Fingers of Death. But as far as just getting that acknowledgement in the mainstream and by the public, that's another reason why I love Sway. Sway is a real one, and he has always acknowledged me and showed me love, and so shout to Sway. But yeah, I think just it's weird. Like white guys are accepted in rap. Every time I turn on the TV, it's a new white dude rapping.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's a lot. Oh, thanks, Ainsley. It's a lot. But as far as females go, I don't know if maybe it hasn't been a white female yet that's broke the ice the right way. I mean, there's been a few, Iggy.
You're better than her.
Well, I'm not, I let the people decide that, but it's just I'm a real let me raise my computer here. Here we go. I'm just a real MC through and through. And people who know. Like I cut my teeth coming up in the New York circuit at EOW, the longest running open mic in New York. I was going there as a teenager, crossing the bridge, going to New York, battling, doing battles, going on stage, and people who are on the scene, they know, like my brothers, that run EOW and everyone that would go through there. So I really am a true artist and a true MC. And the thing about me is, even though, like you said, I don't really get the recognition I feel I deserve, I had to work so hard to get here, to get where I'm at.
You ain't telling nobody that. I already know that one.
I know, So I am very thankful for it, and I do feel very blessed. So that's the vibes that I give off, because I am very blessed and thankful. But I do know, just as far as the music goes and the artistry and just me being a rapper, a lot of things go overlooked. Even like my new album. I mean, how many albums can you say female rappers put out that are completely penned by that artist.
Okay, no disrespect to Infrared, because I haven't heard all Infrared all the way through.
Okay.
Feminem, to me, had to be one of the illest bodies of work that people haven't got a chance to listen to. It mimicked the whole Eminem thing to a female twist, and you bodied every single song. If you haven't heard Feminem, please go back to hear that one, and then come back for Infrared. Yo, I'm telling you, it bothers me, and it gives me goosebumps, because I feel like your creativity, to your flow, to who you are, it embodies exactly who we want a female rapper to be. And I don't think enough people understand that for it.
Yeah, well, the thing with Feminem was funny. Well, here's the thing with my music, and you definitely got to sit down and listen to all the Infrared, because it's hard as shit. But Infrared does give you rapping and singing. More rapping, but it does also give you singing. So there might be like a track or two on Infrared. Like if you just want to hear bars, you might be like, all right, I'm going to play this when I'm with my girl later. I just want to get to the bars. Whereas Feminem is pretty much straight bars. But the reason why I did Feminem, it's funny, was because I was on YouTube, and it's a funny story. I came up rapping. All my early shit was straight rap, but I can also sing. So then I started incorporating singing shit, and then I would do singing and rapping. And it was just like whatever I would feel, right? So one day I'm on my YouTube, and I happened to be reading the comments, and it was on Candyland, featuring my brother Fetty Wap. Shout out to Fetty Wap.
I remember that one.
Jersey legend, Jersey GOAT. And if you have anything else other than that to say about Fetty, to me, don't say it. All right, so I'm on his new album is fire. Shout out to his new album, You Know the Vibes. And he got a joint coming out that I heard. Wait to hear this one, EmEz.
All right.
Crazy. All right. So anyway, I'm on the Candyland comments, and Candyland is more of a pop record. I do a short rap verse on it, but it's more of a pop record.
Yeah.
So I'm in the comments, and it's like a year later, and some guy left a comment that he was a fan, but he was like, yo, he's like, this is dope. He's like, this is a great pop record. He's like, but you're so raw. He's like, I want that raw shit that you were doing. So I was like, all right. Because I had just put out an album called Scarlet Letter. And Scarlet Letter, it had rap, it had singing. Scarlet Letter went dumb. Another underrated. Here's the thing that makes me happy though, EmEz, because when I do have a record that breaks, I have such a nice, thick catalog of records that are fire, that are so underrated, and a lot of people don't even know about. So, but the Spotify checks and all that are starting to get really nice. I broke monthly listeners recently. Shit fluctuates when you put shit out, but anyway, so after I read that comment, I was like, oh, all right. So I put out a couple like little singing records or whatever. Like I had a record called Muse, also on Scarlet Letter. Hard, so crazy. I'm gonna re-release that one day with a feature, but it's really like R&B. But I was like, oh, I need to remind motherfuckers that I really spit for real. So then it was like the Holy Spirit just hit me with the idea. It was like Feminem, female Eminem. And the reason why I felt like I was the only chick that could get it off, it's not just because I'm white. I mean, okay, I am white, so that's something I had in common with Eminem, but that wasn't the main reason. The main reason was, okay, what female comes off the head like Eminem will come off the top? You know what I mean? There was that. I was like, what female like really writes all her rap shit like for real? And I'm not saying it's nothing wrong with it if you don't. It don't even matter. Hit record's a hit record. But I'm just saying that was something that, a notch I thought I had on my belt. And I was like, and then also it's like the battle aspect. So I'm like, female Eminem, like what other female could do it? And at first when I thought of the idea, I was like a little scared by it, because I was like,
that's a lot to chew. That's a big statement.
That's a big statement. And, Eminem being such a legend, he has a fan base that is, it's like a Nicki fan base. It's like a Beyonce fan base. It's a Rihanna fan base. Like that's a fan base you don't want to, fuck with. Even though I was paying him homage, and like Eminem is to me, like that's one of my favorite of all time, obviously. But still, I was a little nervous by it. And it's funny because I didn't want to tell anyone my idea. I only ran it past like maybe 3 or 4 people.
It's better that way.
One person I ran it past, and they were like, I don't know, because it's fans. And so they kind of like almost talked me out of it a little bit, but then I was like, nah, fuck it. I was like, because no matter what, no matter like, you know, if you trying to do what you want to do in this life, it's going to be people that hate you no matter what you do. So if you're going to be nervous about people, what they're going to say, you need to stay in your bed and keep your covers over your head. Word. So I was like, fuck it, you know? And at that time when I dropped that, you know, I had like just got hot, like on TV. So I finally had that platform that I didn't have when I dropped Scarlet Letter, when I dropped Route 80, you know what I mean? If you really want to throw it back, and just like I dropped while I was grinding. So that definitely gave me a spotlight that I didn't have before. Now, obviously I couldn't sell it. It was on that Piff, you know, but it definitely
that Piff days. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, what's crazy is people still drop shit on that Piff. Like even, you know, those distributed. It's still a thing. Yeah. Because some people just want people to get the music however they get the music. But so I dropped Feminem and it, you know, it did great things for me. All the videos did numbers, millions of views. And, you know, to this day, when I go out and I do shows, people want me to do stuff off Feminem. I'm taking the teeth out. I'm listening. Go ahead.
The Stan record.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the one. I think I told you, I was like, this solidifies you as one of the greatest female rappers I've ever heard. Because it was one of those times where, because I remember how Stan made me feel at the end. And I'm like, damn, she's talking to a future her and she's telling her don't stop. Like it was again, it showcased your creativity because the premise was like Stan, but you came at it from a total different view. So it was amazing. And I don't want to linger on Feminem too long. I know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love it, and that is another project that I do want more people to hear and get more ears on. So I don't mind it because then right after Feminem, you know, I came with Favorite Vibe, and Favorite Vibe has some smashes as well, from Damn to Ain't Fancy to Don't Save Her to, I mean, it's got a lot of records. So, you know, and even with dropping like Infrared, I see like Favorite Vibe streams are going up. Infrared's fire. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate you. But, you know, I just see all those streams going up and I'm already 4 records deep in my new project. Because the thing with the quarantine and it being so unexpected was
you said new project.
Yeah, I'm already, and the title of the new project is crazy. The title of the new project came to me the same way the Feminem title came. See, with Infrared, I actually struggled with the title because I had the records done, and I was like, what do I want to name this project? So, you know, I'm like at the drawing board, like all different names, asking my team, like, yo, you know, having everyone put some names in the pot, whatever. Okay, and then when Infrared came to me, and Infrared's one of those words, like, you know.
Was number 5 on iTunes, and Justina did it independent. Wow.
Yes, it was, Amy. Talk that shit.
Is that a fact?
Yes, I have the screenshots to prove it.
Number
5 on iTunes.
You were too dope for them to sleep on you, son.
Number 5 on iTunes.
J-Wex in the building, and truth be told, if J-Wex wasn't involved, me and Justina would have never came to be.
What up, Jay? Oh, I didn't know Jay knew I was still alive. I never see him on my page, nothing like that. What's up, Jay?
Oh, don't you start.
No, I didn't even know I didn't know if he knew. But what's up, Jay? So yeah, Infrared did number 5. Went number 5 on iTunes, and like I was saying with the title, when I thought
the title, yes.
So when I thought of the word infrared, and then I really Googled, I'm like, all right, hold on, what exactly does infrared mean? And then when I read the definition, and it was like infrared is the section of the light spectrum right past the color red that's too bright for the human eye to see.
You said so it's not bright for the people to see?
And that's kind of how I feel with my music. I feel like sometimes, like, you know, the shit that I do sometimes is so undeniable, like from the Sways, 5 Fingers of Death to, like, you know, these projects that I put out that are really well put together projects written by me. I feel like it's sometimes like people just make it like they can't see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the music. And when I saw infrared, that word just really hit me. So that was why I titled it that. And in the process of, submitting Infrared, getting ready to drop it, I thought of the title for my next album. And
and so Infrared is out now. That's when this movement, and you've already got the title for the next one.
You got the title for the next one, yeah.
Do you care to share?
Nah, you know what? Because I want to do it like how I did with Feminem. Like I just I don't think I'm gonna be like promoting the title of it. Like I'm just gonna drop it. I did the same thing with Feminem. Like I didn't tell anyone the title. I'm just like, I'm dropping a new project in 10 days and then just drop it.
Listen. I'm a fan. You know this.
Likewise.
I'm cool. I am cool.
And you thought this interview was all about me. I got some questions for you, but we'll wait till the end.
Oh shit.
Well, listen, because here's the thing, you forget I'm a host too. I interview all day on MTV. So I don't have any questions ready, but they're gonna be ready. We're just gonna people want to delve a little deeper into you, EmEz. You're always asking the questions, like, what's up? So anyway, but for now,
I got into radio to interview people because I didn't want to be. I'm not the Sherry type. I want to know y'all business. I'm nosy.
You know what? And a good interviewer should be, but sometimes when the tables are turned, you gotta be able to.
I'll take the heat. I got you.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Put the
before we get there,
right.
Wildin' Out. How did Wildin' Out come about? Is question number one. And
right.
What was your biggest fear the first time you hit the stage on Wildin' Out?
So, when we were doing the radio station and all that, I was just a straight artist, singer, rapper, songwriter. I was not looking to get into TV like that. That wasn't my goal. Mm-hmm. I was an artist and, I wanted to have a hit record and all that. So it was 2015 and I was in LA. I was shooting a music video to a song off Scarlet Letter called All the Way, featuring my boy Futuristic. Shout out to Futuristic. And my brother Tonio Skits, that's like family now. We had just met, I think maybe 2014. We were cool. He was actually dating one of my girls from Jersey, whatever. And so we met and me and him became super cool. And when I was in LA, I was like, can you come through and do a skit for the music video? Because, Tonio's been hot in the skit world, Facebook.
Yeah.
He was one of the first big people on social media from Vine.
He was on Vine big too for a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, I'll come through. So he came through and, at that time, everyone knew me. People that knew me for freestyling. Like when I was up at Be Real show, I did a freestyle for him. And Be Real was like, oh my gosh, that's the best freestyle we've had on the show. And they're just giving me words. All my shows I would do all over New York, New Jersey, wherever. In every show, I would have the audience give me words. And I would just rip a freestyle out the word. So everyone
we're going to do that. We're going to do that. I'm going to grab different items in my kitchen and we're going to listen.
That's simple. That's simple. So anyway, everyone knew me for that. So anyway, Tonio's at the video shoot and Tonio's a really dope beatboxer. So he's beatboxing and he's putting on a Snapchat. Snapchat's hot at the time. And he's like, yo, Jay. He's like, I never seen no one like just really come off the top of you. He's like, that shit's crazy. He's like, you would be perfect for this show I'm auditioning for. He wasn't even on the show yet. And I was like, what show? And he's like, Wildin' Out. And I'm like, oh, I know Wildin' Out. I'm like, yeah, that would be dope. So he connects me with the producers and we send in just like videos of me freestyle. One, I'm outside SOBs just randomly. You know what I mean? They're making a beat outside. I'm freestyling. We send that video. We send the Be Real video. And then just like some other random videos from shows and stuff. And so they invited me to come audition. The first audition was just me to the producers. And they had me do like a Let Me Holla. They had me do a Wild Style. They were like, all right, Wild Style against Nick. And I was like, isn't Nick picking? I was like, give me somebody else. So they gave me, I think they gave me like Meek Mill or like somebody at the time. And it was just like a funny time because I think that's when Meek was like beefing with Drake. So it was just like, so I pretended like
let me hear that Wild Style. Do you remember that?
I have no idea. No, I have no idea. I mean, they literally put me on the spot. I'm freestyling. I'm battling Meek, but Meek's not there. So they had me do that, and then they were like, all right, they're like, you're so dope with the freestyle. They were like, freestyle about toaster strudels. So I was like, cool. This is on YouTube. You could look this up. I'm skinny as shit too in the audition. Once Nick started paying me, I started eating. Titties grew, everything grew.
That's what money does to you, baby.
Literally. A little too much. During this quarantine, I'm like, all right, I know I can afford all this Uber Eats, but let me put it down. So they were like toaster strudel. So I break out into this hook, this singing hook. I make up a singing hook on the spot, and then I do a whole story about toaster strudel. And I've seen it. Obviously, it's on YouTube, but like I make up a freestyle. I think a guy comes over to get some ass. He opens my cabinet, sees I have toaster strudel, the icing, the this and the that. So when I was, when you just know you murk something. Like when I walked out of that audition, I called my people. I was like, yo, I murked that audition. Like I knew I went crazy. So then they hit me and they were like, oh, we want to invite you to the second audition. So the second audition I went to was a group of like 30 people. And those were all the finalists from the tri-state because they did at the time auditions all over the country. So these were all the finalists.
Did you recognize anybody?
It was like a couple of comedians and stuff that I feel like I had seen on Instagram. I didn't like know anybody, but like people that I had just seen through, internet and stuff. Gotcha. So I guess it's people from like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, like whatever's in that, conglomerate of states. So we all go in and one by one, they give us topics to do that same thing. Like, make up a poem or rap or whatever. So they gave me for that. It was some name brand. And I do this whole rap. And when I was done, the whole room was like, I remember some guy goes, damn, that shit need to be on iTunes. So they start clapping. So they all start clapping, right? We do a couple of things and they're like, all right. So they're like, split down the middle, time for Wild Style.
Oh.
So the Wild Style starts off and I'm just like sitting back a little bit, like watching, letting people do the thing. And then a couple people are going and I see people being a little, people a little hesitant. So I'm like, fuck it. So after I let a minute or two go of people doing stuff, I grab the mic and I just go down the line of the whole team. Like whoever was ever in that front row, I just went down the line of like 5-10 people. And then when I was done, everyone was like, they were gagging. So I felt really good about that audition too. And I should mention, Nick came to that audition. So when we were leaving, everyone shook his hand. It was obviously pre-COVID, long time ago. We're all shaking his hand.
You shake people's hands and shit.
Right. He's dapping us up. And I remember, like, Nick's just, like, real smooth, like, laid back. He's shaking everyone's hand. I was towards the end line. When I got to him, he was like, where are you from? And I was like, Jersey. And he was like, cool. And I was the only one he said something to. So I was like, I'm the only one. Nick said something. I knew I did good. And then, thanks, Jasmine. She's beautiful. So then that's your wife?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
I did good, didn't I?
Good job, good wife. Nice cabinets behind you. Go off. So then I got the call. It was like mark off these dates. So this was the end of January 15th, end of 2015. They're like, mark off these dates to come out to LA for a while now. So I'm told all my people, I'm like, yo, I made it. I'm on Wild now. I'm hyped. So I get to LA January of 2016, and it was like a 3-week period or whatever. I get out there, and once I get there, and so from that Jersey, New York, whatever, 30 people or 40 people, whatever it was, only 2 of us made it. Me and this dude, only 2 of us made it. So then when we get out there, I guess they had auditions like that in every market in the country. So we get out there, and now I'm at a workshop with 30 people from all over the country. So now we get there, and then you find out you didn't make it. Now you got to compete against all the people from across the country. And then they tell us they're only going to pick like 5 or 8 of us or whatever. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm never scared. I'm just going to keep turning up, whatever.
You're from Jersey, nigga. That's what we do.
Simple. So we had I think 3 days of just us rookies. And then they started bringing people in like Timothy De La Ghetto, DC Young Fly, Chico. They start bringing.
The only other person that I check for besides you is you and DC. When y'all two
get on
the thing, those shits are amazing.
Yeah, we go crazy. And me and DC just look at each other every episode. We're like, all right, come on. He's like, come on, little ugly. What we gonna do today? So that's my brother. And DC, honestly, is the funniest person I have ever met in my entire life. Everything about him is funny. Don't matter. Cameras are off. Don't like the way he laughs, the way he breathes, the way he walks. He's just funny.
Yes,
like
he reminds me of like a Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle don't gotta do shit. If he just blinks twice, I'm dead laughing on the floor. Yeah.
DC is the same way. Like he's such a legend. I love him. Like I know he's already huge, but I know he's
and the
just
85 South Show dope too. Shout
amazing. Chico and Carlos, shout to them too. Those are my brothers. Like the three of them together. And Chico and Carlos too. They are some of the best like improv comedians, and the three of them together is just, it's ridiculous. But so they start bringing all the veterans in. So then we have to mesh with them, and then they start sending people home. They start sending people home, and then by the end of like that, whatever it was, week long, week and a half long, whatever, I think they kept like 7 or 8 of us. From the like the other dude who came with me from New York and New Jersey, they sent him home, so I was the only one. And then they also brought on my brother Charlie Clips that season. Shout to Clips, battle rap legend. So then we started filming, and then that was season 8, and then I did 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Now question: do you have to audition for each season?
No, if they don't want you no more, that's it. You get evicted. Right, cool. You get evicted if they don't want you no more. But yeah, I mean, so it just goes to show you. And now I'm the longest running female cast member on the show. So it just goes to show you, like, thank you, Em. And I tell people, like, sometimes you don't really know, like you know me for years. We were grinding. Like my focus was just on being an artist. It was just on being an artist. You know what I mean? Like I just want to rap. And then, we did the radio stuff too. That was cool. I always had that, like how you're a host, you're a great host. I always had that in me too. Like we always knew how to, but when the TV opportunity presented itself, like that just changed my life. Like Nick changed my life. It was just, you work so hard for something and you just feel like sometimes it's no light at the end of the tunnel. You feel like, what I'm saying? Like you feel like you just can't get like your head out from under that sand. And then,
someone just,
and then you get that opportunity. And that's the thing about opportunity. When I got the opportunity, I was so fucking hungry. I was so ready. I went to them auditions and I fucking ate. And but I was hungry for real. Cause I was broke. You can tell I was broke when I was auditioning. If you see me, I was skinny. Well, you used to be the radio. You know how skinny I was.
Listen, hold on. The people in the back, post a picture of Justina and me, and when I post it on Instagram, post a picture so people can see.
God, let me see what it looks like.
Can you see that, Justina?
Let me see what it looks like. Oh, wait.
Can I see what?
Skinny.
That was Justina before all that. Yes, we was broke as shit.
Sorry, I don't know how.
Literally.
Here are other things you can try.
I'm skinny. You have on a fake snapback. You're Alexis. I'm skinny as shit. You probably got on a fake snapback.
Broke as shit. So I totally
you were grinding.
And those times make these times so much greater. We can look back on it and remember. Listen, that picture was taken. If Jay Wax is still in the room, he'll tell you there was roaches everywhere.
Remember, you go home and have to take out your shoes and shit and your clothes because
it was like when you had a coat or a book bag, you didn't want to put it down anyway because you didn't want to take the roaches home with you.
Keep the shit right on your back.
But we still look.
Somebody said you still look smack the same. But all those real now, all those hats and the sneakers, and back then he was wearing the shit off Canal Street.
But I think it was our drive. We did whatever we had to do to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, I did a lot of questionable things. I'll tell you about that. But no, and that's why, honestly, and like, because people do always, like, I will say anytime I do an interview and like the interviewer is good and like is familiar with my music, which is pretty much all the interviews I do, they're always like, yo, how does it make you feel that like your music is so underrated? They're like, because you're as an artist, you're mad underrated. And I always say, like, the way I did with you, like, I acknowledge it, obviously I agree, but at the same time, I'm so thankful to be in the position I am. And like, like, I'm so thankful. Like, Nick and MTV changed my life. I did Wild 'N Out. I'm the longest running female cast member on that show. I did the challenge.
Other shows on MTV too, right?
Yeah, I did the challenge. I did How Far Is Tattoo Far? Right now I'm on a brand new MTV show with Vinny and Paulie D from Jersey Shore. It's called Revenge Prank, brand new. I host on TRL for them for the reunions, on for Jersey Shore, for the challenge for X on the Beach. So like it's a blessing, and before the quarantine came, like I was on tour doing 10, 15,000 people stadiums with Nick Cannon and like the other main cast members. So it's like
living the dream.
Literally like living the dream that when I was broke, busted, and disgusted, I never could have imagined. So although, yes, I do think my music is like, it's very underrated, I still know that I'm very blessed. And, I'm always going to be so thankful for where I'm at. And I do believe, like, honestly, as time goes, like this year when they did the list of like the top female rappers, like different websites, hip hop sites do lists. They'll do the top 100. Like, I did show up on probably not all, but a lot of the lists. Like one list I think had me at like 32. Another list had me at 29. And I'm like, all right, well, shit, I'll take it. At least they, they're mentioning me. Yeah. And then, a list came out. And this list, what I liked about this list is it couldn't be, what's the word called? It couldn't be subjective. It was just purely numbers. Is subjective or objective? I think subjective. There you go. It was just purely based off numbers. So it was a list of the top liked female hip rappers on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
And just off likes and numbers alone, I was number 2, second to only Lizzo. And it's because it's not objective. It's not someone saying who I like better or who. It was just strictly off the numbers.
Like
so Lizzo
says, numbers don't lie, baby.
Numbers don't lie. So sorry, this is new from my boutique. I still got the plastic on it. All right. So we're gonna get into that too. I have a boutique. But so with the TikTok, and see if wifey likes it. And I got you. I sent her a cute little package. So
you heard that.
You already know.
Okay, all right. First off, before we go into the thirst buckets, want to know if you're single in the comments.
You know what? Everything's not for everybody, and that's what I always say. I might be straight, I might be gay, but one thing you're not gonna learn today. No. I'll tell you this though. I see another thirsty question. Are you gonna do the silhouette challenge? Yes, I am, because I'll be up on my TikTok challenges. Have you seen that one? I mean, you don't strike me as the type. You're not on TikTok like that.
I got kids. They on TikTok. I don't got time for that.
Exactly. They show you what's hot. But I will tell you this. TikTok took the world by storm this year. And, I definitely went off on my TikTok. I have 6 million followers and I'm the second liked. I'm still holding my rank as the second liked female rapper. Second top most liked female rapper on TikTok. Second to only Lizzo.
6 million?
6 million. I have a video.
6 million people on TikTok, God. That's amazing.
Simple. So I did this one video, EmEz. We were filming a music video in my house, quarantine, whatever. And for this one shot, I had these 2 like big bowls. They were like light up bowls. And we were going to use it for this one scene, but we didn't end up using them because it didn't look good. And I'm in my kitchen. I'm like, I give him my phone. I open up TikTok. I'm like, I got big balls, big balls. I got big balls, big balls. I got big balls, big balls. And I bet they are bigger than y'all's. Didn't put any thought about it. Was completely joking it. Posted that. I want you to guess how many views it got. I want you to guess.
Oh, since you got 6 million, does it have at least 2 million?
Way more.
10. 18
million views on me rapping about how I have big balls. And I just like, it's TikTok is crazy. TikTok is crazy. And
have they monetized TikTok yet?
I heard they're going to do it very soon. Justina is TikTok. Thank you, Amy. I heard they're going to do it soon. And I heard they're especially going to do it like with music, which makes sense. Cause it's like, okay, if I drop a record and 100,000 people, let's say, use the sound, you should be monetizing off it. So I actually think some distributors are already. But then, it's like with anything else. Like I also get, paid to do certain TikTok. So, but I think it is going to be monetized in the way like a Spotify or an Apple Music is, as it should be. And I actually just dropped a brand new song 2 days ago, and it's called For TikTok.
Can't stand you.
For TikTok.
Can I get a couple lines from the song? Can I hear it a little bit?
Yeah. So how's it start? I said one. Oh, you want to like hear it here, or you want me to?
From you.
Oh yeah. And what's funny is, right before I get into it, what's funny is I called Shy's birthday today, and I was like, yo, I have an idea.
I'm gonna need his contact because I'm gonna do a producer series, and I would like to get him.
I got you, yeah. And so I was like, yo, I have this idea, and he was like, all right, and I was like, it's just like it's the song is like for TikTok. Like I just want to like do like a few bars, make it like a minute long, and just like say like TikTok shit that I know people want to dance to or whatever. He's like, cool. So I got in, I did like 2 takes. I was simple, like not picky with it. It's no hook on it, and I just know it's shit people are gonna want to TikTok too. So I'm about to shoot a video for that, get the dancers on it and get that lit. But I said 1, 2, 1, go and tell them what you like. It's the cash for me. It's the way that you shaking all that ass for me. It's the bag for me. It's the switch up on a hater. It's the gag for me. So basically the whole song is what it is for you. And in the beginning, the first half is like it's pitched up and then chopped and screwed. And then for the second half just goes into my voice. It's the drip for me. It's the whip for me. Vroom, vroom, buckle up, stick shift for me. You know what I mean? And then I start like rapping a little faster. But it is dope. And, you know, it's something that's very danceable. So I'm about to get into that. And another track that I did for TikTok, that's on my album. It's kind of like a Jersey club track, which is not really the vein of what I do. Although I have done tracks like that in the past. It's not, you know, my shit's mostly like hip hop and R&B. But I did this track. I did it for TikTok. I wrote the lyrics with TikTok in mind, and it was my most used sound on TikTok and one of my most streamed songs of the year. So keeping your pulse on TikTok is just, it's a smart thing to do. And when the new social medias come out, I know, especially for someone like you, because it's like, all right, I got to do my sit down. I got kids. I got to keep my wife happy. I got shit I got to do for, power. It's like, I know it seems like a lot, but
it's another distraction, God. Like I can't.
But I always say it's good just to get your page, you know what I mean? Get your name and just,
because of you, I'm
elephant, one bite at a time.
I'm on Clubhouse. I downloaded Clubhouse because
you know I was just about to get into that next.
I downloaded it because of you. I haven't opened the app, but I got it.
You need an invite, or you need an invite, or somebody already did it?
I've got a couple invites. I never open anything. Listen, I'm afraid my phone is a virus waiting to happen. If you ask me,
one thing I want to tell you, because like no one told me this, and the person who put me on the Clubhouse really didn't explain it to me, so I kind of got on it late. But whoever invite you accept, their name is going to be on your page forever. So it's going to say, like, let me show you. Whoever invite you accept, it's going to say that you were like nominated or whatever by them.
No, I'm going to send me an invite. I don't want to be nominated by
them. Because that's what I'm saying. You want like someone who you want to be associated with, and like, so like here's my page, and then down at the bottom, that person who
is the one that
accepts me, they'll be on my page forever. So
send me the invite when we have to. Okay, let's get back serious.
Okay.
We talked about the Wild and Out. We talked about Infrared a little bit. We went back to Feminem. What is life like for Justina these days? Like being from the girl from the bottom. Now that's, I wouldn't say on top, but you're pretty well off from where you began. What's an everyday life like for you? What's a normal day for Justina like? Because at this point, you're my most famous friend.
Oh,
and I want to know what's your everyday like.
Well, I would say like right now things are just weird because of the quarantine. So like this is like a new point in life we like adapted to, but it's definitely different from where we started and shit. Back then everything was just a grind from one thing to the next. Like I was running around like a chicken with its head cut off, selling mixtapes, doing shows, doing the radio. Everything was just a grind, and it was just it's like running around in circles, although the grind paid off. But nowadays things are a lot more planned. Things are a lot more like planned, and don't get me wrong, like we'll still guerrilla shit. Like sometimes I'll go out with a videographer and we'll just be like, yo, let's get this shot here, whatever. But you know, things are just more like there's more structure to shit, you know? And just as far as like to speak of where we're at with the quarantine, I mean, you know, obviously for me to like be in the house for this long, I'm just not used to that at all. But I'm sure everyone can relate to that. But for me, what I did with the time was I wanted to make sure I was productive in things that I didn't necessarily have the time to do while I was filming all the MTV shows and while I was on tour. So like I kind of went back to my to-do list of things that I was like, okay, this is what I want to accomplish. And I put the wheels into motion for all of that. So for instance, in 2020, I made sure I dropped a record every month. Now, when I'm filming for MTV, I don't always drop a record a month because sometimes I'm filming for an entire month. I'm not home, whatever. So I made sure I dropped a record a month. Another thing I did was I wanted to start a boutique, and that had been on my to-do list since probably like 2018, but I never really had the time to get around to doing it. So when the quarantine hit, right at the top of the quarantine, I'm like, I want to get my boutique done. So I started looking at the different styles, the cuts, trying different materials, whatever. And I got that going. I started my boutique. It's called J Valentina Boutique. Make sure you give your girl the link. Let me know if you want.
I'm gonna get something for Valentine's Day. Don't worry about it.
There you go. Well, make sure I'll send you the link on Monday because I have a brand new drop of mad shit going up on Monday. So I started the boutique in, I believe it was May or June. And, you know, obviously summertime. So it was all swimwear, bathing suits, accessories, shades. And now for the winter, I have a whole new drop of, oh my gosh, I have these leggings. Your wife is going to these leggings. When I tell you what they do to your ass, you can't believe what you're not going to want her to wear them out of the house. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to let her wear them to work out and around the house, but you are not going to want her to wear them out because they're the scrunchy butt. She'll know what I'm talking about. They're the scrunchy and they like go up the crack. You can't imagine like. I told my man, I'm like, oh shit, there we go, my man. That's like, I told my man, this is all I'm wearing is my scrunchy butt leggings until outside opens back up. It's all I'm wearing. So anyway, I have all scrunchy butt leggings. This is not scrunchy butt, but this is a cute little 2-piece from the boutique, mad cute, cinches in the waist. But I have so many cute drops coming on Monday. We've been photographing it all this week, and I have to finish this weekend. But like 50 new items, all fire. And I'm so happy I got to do that because it was just another way I wanted to brand myself and take my brand somewhere else. And, you know, it was something, like I said, I had on my to-do list and I wasn't really able to do it until I had the time during the quarantine. So I've just been using my time wisely to record, started my boutique. Also, I kept growing my YouTube. I started a series called Quarantina with Justina, and the first one I did, we were just like throwing shit at the wall. We're like, yo, everyone's home. Let me show them what I do while I'm home. So I put out this video. It was like an hour long and it got like millions of views. It got like 2 million views on like a video that was just like, you know, it was shot off my iPhone. You know, it was cut up, whatever. So we did like 3 of them because people really liked them. And, you know, I just kept shooting content. I shot videos in my house. I shot videos, you know, on sets, kind of like close sets, keeping it cool. I'm shooting a video tomorrow for one of my personal favorites off Infrared. I'd like to know if you heard this one. And if you haven't, I'd like you to go listen to it because it's fire. The flow, the beat, everything. It's called Big Bag Energy.
No. I don't think
that's how I know you really didn't get too deep. Pause on the Infrared album.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was only 3 songs I listened to. I don't know the names of them, but I think it was only 3 songs I listened to.
Oh yeah, Big Bag Energy is number 4, so it's definitely only 3 you listen to.
See,
Big Bag Energy is definitely number 4.
I'll tell you no lies.
So something else I did that was pretty dope over the quarantine was OnlyFans exploded. Right, everyone and their mom and their grandma was on OnlyFans. Now, do I have an OnlyFans? Yes. Is it a site where I'm squeezing my nipples? No, it's a music video. It's a track. So I did a photo shoot with my dude Cliff. And so one of the pictures, I'm in like a dope ass outfit, looking fly, whatever. I posted up and I'm like, OnlyFans, link in bio. Well,
how many motherfuckers hit that one? Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you something. I just dropped it maybe like 2 months ago and it's already well over 1 million. Now the funniest comments to me were the ones on YouTube where people were like, I was so disappointed, but now I'm so impressed. Like, they were like, I wanted to be disappointed. They're like, but this was so impressive because now I'll tell you this. You say you love Feminem. OnlyFans should probably be your favorite song off the album. Very Feminem-esque. Like, you could have taken that song, sucked it out of that out of that album and just threw it on Feminem. Like, it works exactly.
And I can find that on YouTube, you say?
Yeah. And it's like a 6-minute long, it's like a stand. It's like a whole story. It's a storytelling track, which again, like not to be funny, but like, I just feel even this stuff I do sometimes like with the OnlyFans, like my rollout of that, the marketing behind it, the storytelling of the track. Like, I feel like if someone else had told a story like that, it just like, it would have gotten.
Are you getting nasty in OnlyFans?
You have to listen. You have to watch. I don't want to ruin the surprise. If I tell you, I'll tell you.
Can I watch this video with my 15-month-old daughter?
Oh yeah, she's not gonna remember. She's not gonna have any memories till 5. Go right ahead. Yeah, you definitely can.
Oh, Justina, yo, I love you. Yo.
Show it to your wife too. She'll like it. When outside opens up, tell your wife we're gonna double date.
Stop it. She loves you already. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure I'm gonna love her.
We've been on this for almost 55 minutes.
And just chatting, straight chatting.
It doesn't feel like
chatting. It doesn't feel like I just dyed my hair today, so it's like a little softer than I'd like. Like, it's not exactly the hair look I wanted for my sit down, but
she should dye her hair orange, and she told me she couldn't do it. Your ear is a little red, I think.
Yeah, it has dye on it. I have dye on my back, also my neck. I just dyed my hair this morning. There's dye on my face. It's everywhere. Oh, I have to scrub it off tonight, and then it's like I got my nails done, and you have to go in the shower. So my toes are like ombre pink. It's terrible. My shower looks like a murder scene.
He's a better man than me because we're not doing that in my shower.
That's what I was gonna tell you. Unless you want orange all over, it's a lot.
You know what? That's why.
Get her like a good wig for when she wants to do it for the night, but doesn't want the mess.
All right. Before we go, because this is now almost an hour, and listen, honestly, this is no bullshit. My longest interview we've done on YouTube Live.
For real?
I swear to God, on my kids.
So we're gonna do another one in like 3 to 4 months when the new album drops.
I probably Justina, come on, I got you. Whenever you need,
simple. Yeah, that's it.
Is there anything we haven't hit before I let you? Because you said you wanted to interview me. I want to let you get your questions off, but I want to.
I know. Is it that time? Okay, cool. Well, I'll just say a couple things. Couple shows for MTV that I'm on that I didn't mention is a brand new show that came to Facebook and YouTube via MTV this year. It's called Justina Makes Over Your Man. It honestly was one of my favorite shows to shoot because
the fact that you haven't invited me on that show to make me over, I'm gonna cry.
Well, yeah. Well, I need to talk to your wife, and I got you, and we'll bring you on, and it'll be beautiful. Your wife's gonna be like, he's a radio personality, but I still want to put him together. Oh, I'm talking like she's Italian. You're like, no, she doesn't talk like that. You're like, she's not your cousin. Relax. But no, definitely, I'm gonna talk to you and your wife and get you on season 2. But the reason why I love the show so much is like when I'm filming for something like that, I was just being so ratchet and so silly and just turned up. And I thought they were going to cut it all out. And of course, they had to tone it down because I'm like on the floor, like humping a mannequin. I'm doing crazy shit. But they kept some of it. And I just loved how they cut it up. I loved it. So Justina Makes Over Your Man. It's on YouTube and Facebook on MTV. Also, Basic to Bougie. They just aired, I believe it was season 5. That I'm on with my bros, Tim De La Ghetto and Darren Brand. I am going to LA soon to shoot for season 6. That's the food show where we taste all the different foods.
Yes, I've seen that one.
And then I would just say like to the Wild 'N Out fans, like I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm not gonna say too little, and it's just keep your eyes peeled. All right. Wild 'N Out's a little tough to shoot because it's a live studio audience, but I'm just saying things may or may not be getting worked out to get it done sooner than later.
All right. Well, listen. Can the people in the back mute her microphone for 1 second so I can talk to the people? Mute her microphone for 1 second. She just told y'all that they're gonna come back with another season without the crown. She just told y'all that without telling y'all that. All right, bring back Justine.
All right, what was he
so-
saying? He's scared for these questions. All right, so here we go. Here we go. All right, so let me get in my bag. Let me get in my elite radio bag. No, we did. Yeah, I would too. Look at him. He's going to
get a piece of ice in my drink, man.
He's taking a shot at what are you drinking over there? Crown Royale?
Remy XO.
Okay, nice. All right.
Special bottle for you
Now you know
responsibly.
Yeah, well, one thing I could do is make a mean drink because all I was doing throughout all those years of us on the radio was leaving the radio station to go bartend at the strip club. I bartended at every strip club in Passaic County and some in Essex and some in Bergen. Everywhere in North Jersey, there was a strip club. I bartended there.
Yes.
And I climbed the pole when, the bowlers had enough money. Because they like to see the bartenders climb the pole sometimes too. Because it's like, the strippers are going to climb the pole, but you don't know the bartenders are going to do it.
I hate it when they, never mind. You know what? Don't get me started.
Yeah, all right. So, EmEz, tell us, at what moment was it that you were like, I want to be on radio. I want to be that voice on the radio to speak to the people, to be a voice for the people and be, a prominent figure in the culture. Like, when did you know you wanted to do that?
There was 2 moments in my life where I knew radio had to be my calling. I was in 8th grade on a trip in Pennsylvania with a friend, and just random people were telling me their stories. We were sitting at an ice cream shop. I'll never forget. We were in Pennsylvania, and I'm sitting there. My friend Mike was out riding like mopeds. I'm sitting there eating my ice cream, and this girl comes up. She starts telling me her story. I give her advice, and she walks away. Some random old lady sits there, and she's talking, and I'm like, you know what you should do? And I started giving her advice, and I sat there, and I said, I like giving people advice. That was the first moment. And the second moment was when I was in college. I went to Bergen Community College. We would sit in the student center. I would never go to class. It would be halfway interviewing people. I'm lying. There's another part. That was before that. I was in high school, and my best friend's girlfriend, her dad was a DJ. She had a DJ set up in the basement, and we would go there Friday nights, and it would be called the hot seat. And whatever bullshit was going on in school that week, I would be down there. I'm like, yo, so I saw you and so-and-so going to the bathroom. And like,
that's dope.
So that was where I got my love of interviewing.
Now, you said something that I don't know if you utilized, and I can help you get hot on TikTok. You said that you like to give advice.
I do.
And you could do a segment. Matter of fact, I'm going to start doing it too. Because this is a good idea. You could do a segment on TikTok once a day. It would take you 5 minutes where you could call a segment whatever you want, advice with EmEz, how to be easy with EmEz, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Right? And you would tell people, in the comments, ask me for any advice you need. You pick one comment that you want to respond to, and you respond with a video, which you can do on TikTok. I can send you a video of it. It's very simple. So you respond to that comment with a video. So now that comment is in your video, so everyone can see in the video what the question was. You respond to that person. You have up to a minute, but I'm going to give you a little TikTok tip. Try to keep it to more like 30. But if you need the full minute, do your thing because people are going to really want the advice from you. Then once people see that video, in your caption, you say, need advice? Write your question below. People are going to look forward to that from you. I guarantee.
I'm on TikTok tomorrow.
Let me tell you something, Em. I guarantee if you start doing that tomorrow, a month from tomorrow, one of your videos will hit 1 million views.
Okay, all right. Listen, Justina,
one of your videos will hit 1 million views.
It doesn't take much to sway my vote, but
your wife could even help you. Like, oh, look, babe, like, this girl needs it, but you should help her out. She needs it. Like, no, but I'm just saying, like we said, everyone needs a team. Like, you could be off the radio. Your wife could be like, yo, I got one. This is the one you respond to today.
Already, Justina. She does that already.
Simple. Well, good. Well,
listen, I tell you, she's one of like my strongest
allies. That's how. Listen, to be in this game and to be with someone, it's got to be that way.
Thank you.
It's got to be that way.
As the love fest continues, I love my wife. I don't know where we would be.
Oh, I can't wait to meet her.
Oh, we're double dating. Don't worry. When we get off,
that's because you guys been together for a while.
Enough time to put a ring on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Listen, anything. Listen,
fast, baby.
EmEz.
If I
This,
like it, I
listen. This is 2021. Anything over 6 months is a while. You understand? Like anything over 6 months is a while. We're in a quarantine. You with someone for a month, that's like 5 years. Come on.
I just need to listen. I wanted to grab pots and pans and different shit out the kitchen for you to freestyle. I'm not even anymore.
We'll do it for the next album, because the next album, I'm going crazy on motherfuckers. So it'll be something for people to look forward to for the next one.
Got you. All right, so that's what we do. Justina, listen, I love you to death. You hear me?
I love you back. Now, you got off easy. Because I only got to ask you one question.
Go ahead. Ask another one.
All right. And for the next one, we're gonna reserve like 10 minutes. Okay. So let me get to a juicy one. That was like a fun one. Like, what was the most awkward moment for you on radio where you asked a question or like breached a subject that you just were like, damn, I took it too far, and you just really rubbed somebody the wrong way, whether the question was like a little inappropriate or just a topic somebody was uncomfortable with, like what, or just in general, what was your most uncomfortable moment on radio? Maybe you weren't aware of, like, the person you were interviewing, you got a fact about them wrong. Like, I know, look, you good, but you're not a robot. There was never a moment. There was never a moment you were on air and you were like, "Ah, man, I fucked up."
Oh, nah. Okay, I'm gonna preface my answer by saying my time with the Breakfast Club was an amazing experience. I spent 8 years with the Breakfast Club, and
wow.
that was like me at my infant stage. Like I had just like that was my first big job. Well, not my first, but one of my biggest jobs in radio was the Breakfast Club. I didn't take it serious. It was when we spoke to Ray J.
Okay.
We had got on the phone with Ray J, and it was before we had turned the mics on. And listen, if you're listening to radio's never live. Everything's always recorded. Everything is always recorded. At this time, Ray J was on the line. Envy says we go live. And I turned at Envy at the time because I was the one on the boards next to Envy. I said, Envy, we're not going live with this nigga. You're not gonna get me fired for this. He goes, shut the fuck up, EmEz. We going live with Ray J. I said, Envy, we're not doing it. He stood up, I stood up. I said, all right, fine. He turned the mic on. He goes, you're like,
I don't want to lose my job.
What am I gonna do to DJ Envy? We in the studio. So I sat down. All right, cool. He goes, all right, we got Ray J on the phone. Ray J says, fuck that nigga. Let's be motherfucking live. I'm on the board. I turned everything down. I looked at Envy, and it was dead silence. Envy says, Ray J next on the Breakfast Club. And we go to the music. Everybody in their mother, I know people in the car had that same face. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at Envy like,
oh my gosh.
But that was my most awkward moment on radio.
Wow. I know y'all got them FDA fines and all that.
What? And then after it happened, we went back to the PD's office at the time, and he was like, how do you do that? And he's not even yelling at Envy. He's talking to me.
Of course.
I'm like, bro, and I'm looking at Envy. You're not going to say nothing? You're not going to say nothing. We sitting here, and I'm getting reamed the fuck out. Me, the producer, and he's just sitting there. I'm like, damn.
Oh, man. It'd be like that sometimes. Wow. Yeah, and that's even with TV. Now, sometimes with TV, shit is live, but there's always but it's a little delayed. Like when we were doing like the TRL stuff, like that was live. Like they do have that little delay in case someone lets a fuck fly or something, so they could bleep it out. But yeah, with radio, especially with having guests up and people not knowing and also not caring because if they curse, whatever.
Oh no. The other awkward moment I had is when the Breakfast Club had what's his name in there, Baby.
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't know how.
Because at that time I was still running the national part, so I wasn't in the room with the Breakfast Club all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I come out the room and Baby's standing there. You've been to the station, and there's 4 guys all dressed in black, shades, staring dead at the Breakfast Club studio like this. And I'm the liaison. I gotta make sure everybody cool. Like
yeah.
Ain't nobody want to say nothing to me. We good. I said, oh shit. And if you watch the video, I'm the last person to walk out. I'm like, yo, they're ready for y'all.
I gotta watch it now. That's funny.
It was nuts.
I gotta watch it now. But I just want to say, like, you gave me my flowers and you always have, and I appreciate you so much for that. But I just want to say I am so proud of you because, for people that don't know that are watching this, New York's radio is the most competitive radio in the whole country. So the fact that you had to cut your teeth and climb your way up in the most competitive market in the whole country is, just such a testament to your grind, to your talent, and how you were always willing to work hard to get it. So I'm so proud of you. And, I just know your career is going to be so long. And one day I know you're just going to have that best slot. I'm like, yo, you already have it. Like, you've already made your mark. And I just know you're going to keep growing and keep glowing because you're real. You're made for this shit. And, you just have the personality for it. You always did. Even when we were in that basement and we probably only had a couple hundred people listening, yo, it's your boy, EmEz. Like, you just always brought it. And
But do you understand that basement birthed 2? And I'm gonna put Jay Wax in that because right now he's bubbling 2, 3 stars, bro.
Okay, Jay Wax, go off.
You know
I don't even think Jay follows me on Instagram. I'm gonna check when we get off.
You know what? I'm not getting in between y'all and Jay Wax.
I'm just playing, but definitely shout to Jay, shout to EmEz. We had a lot of
there was a moment in time.
a lot of good times at those radio stations. Many shows we did, and definitely birthed on 3 successful people, and it all came from the grind. So I love you, Em, my brother. Always, let's get that double date popping. Whether y'all want to get hibachi, you want to get Italian, you want to get
whatever. Don't worry about
whatever you're in the mood for.
This is the longest. I listen. Most of my lives, no lie, 20 minutes tops, and that's if you really got something to say. We are on here for almost an hour and 10 minutes, Justina.
That's how we do
back there. The baby might be Let me get up out of here. I love you.
Love you, bro. Thank you for having me, and I'll see you soon. As soon as outside is open. Love you, bro.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't have asked for a better night. Justina's amazing. If you don't follow her, go follow her. Go be a part of everything she's doing. Because if you see me, you see Justina. She's like my white sister from another mother. I love her to death. And I really, really, really do. Shout out to Amy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Well, next week, should I tell you? Hood Celebrity on next week. End it on that. We'll talk next week. It's a sit down. Like, subscribe, share, and all that. And I love you. Be safe. Love one another. Show compassion. Life is too short for us to be mad at everything. Show some more love and be good to each other. I'll see y'all next week.